Coming up on Chris 6 Sunrise, it's a busy day for City Council as they get ready for today's meeting. We'll take a look at some of the topics that are on today's agenda. Plus,
I'm Suzanne Stevens. A $12.5 million offer, a city-owned venue, and a call for answers. We'll break it all.
Plus, we're gearing up for our Flag for a Flag Day. How you can get a new flag this week just in time to celebrate. Good morning. I'm Michaela Chavez. Brian and Michelle do have the day off, and we have plenty of national headlines and neighborhood news to get to this morning. But first, let's turn it over to meteorologist Stephanie Lauber, who's standing by with a look at your roadways before you head out the door this morning. Good morning, Steph.
Good morning, Michaela. Thanks again for joining us this morning. We are going to be looking at some traffic that is starting to see more activity along the roadways, but overall, for the start of this morning, not seeing much trouble out there. So if you're traveling between Portland and downtown Corpus Christi, 181 is a smooth ride. Coming down 37 or across 44, not too bad. That interchange from the crosstown to 37 is looking smooth right now. Not even any stop and go, so that is a good sign if that's part of your commute. Corpus Christi proper has a smooth ride for everybody this morning. Just a little stop and go at Rodfield and SPID. Nothing major to report there. And for folks headed to NAS Corpus Christi, your speeds approaching the gate are slowing down. We're down to around 15-20 miles per hour, so give yourself some extra time. Might be advantageous to take the north gate if that's an option for you this morning. Rest of the bluff is looking pretty typical for this hour, and the ride out to the island is also going to be a smooth one along Park Road 22 all the way up 361. So as you head out this morning, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. That's a look at your traffic report. Stick around. I'll have a check on the forecast with your weather on the 6s. We're talking rain in the forecast. Find out when, how much you can expect in your neighborhood, and we'll talk about how this could impact our drought. All that coming up in just a few.
Thanks for that, Steph. We will get to your neighborhood news in just a bit, but first, a look at some national headlines. Hundreds of U.S. Marines are set to descend on Los Angeles as demonstrations and protests continue in response to ICE raids in the city. Roughly 700 Marines from the Marine Corps base in 29 Palms are mobilizing at Camp Pendleton before deployment to Los Angeles. Those Marines will be tasked with defending federal property and personnel. They'll join 2,000 California National Guard troops that began arriving on Sunday. Script News Group Joe St. George will join us at 6:10, and he'll have the very latest.
I'm Suzanne Stevens. What's in a name? In Corpus Christi, everything. Whataburger Field, Selena Auditorium, the American Bank Center, but not for long. We've been following the money, the politics, and the pressure. Now a $12.5 million decision is coming to a head. Here's what's at stake.
A non-binding motion on Tuesday's City Council agenda supports awarding the naming rights to the highest bidder. That offer comes from local attorney Thomas J. Henry, $12.5 million over 10 years. Under contract, venue manager OVG is running the process, but the building belongs to the city, and Cantu says the final say should be local.
The council meets Tuesday morning at 11:30. Councilman Cantu says it's a good time to see where everyone stands. In Corpus Christi, I'm senior neighborhood news reporter Suzanne Stevens, Chris 6 News.
The American Bank Center isn't the only name change on the agenda for today's council meeting. The mayor's Big Bang fireworks celebration may lose the mayor's part of its name. An item calls for a discussion regarding the use of a current mayor's name for a city-sponsored event. Mayor Paula Guajardo says the mayor's office has hosted the Big Bang fireworks celebration for nearly 50 years. She says it's the mayor's office that reaches out to private companies to fund the fireworks show.
Every mayor prior to me and every mayor moving forward, I hope, will be able to do the same thing. And whatever mayor is in office, they are hosting it.
The motion that could remove the mayor's name from city-sponsored events was placed on the council agenda at the request of council members Sylvia Campos, Eric Cantu, and Gil Hernandez. We asked Mayor Guajardo why this item was placed on the agenda. Her response was, quote, "Your guess is as good as mine," close quote. Also on today's agenda, City Council will discuss changing the number of council meetings from once a week to once every other week. Some council members stated this change would give city staff more time to prepare for meetings and allow for more productive council meetings. Another possible change that will be discussed is moving public comments from noon to 5:30 p.m. Council members saying this would accommodate neighbors who currently can't attend during their work hours. Stay tuned to Chris 6 on air and online for the very latest from City Council. And Saturday is Flag Day, and we're getting ready for our annual Flag for a Flag exchange event. This Friday, you can drop off old, tattered flags to one of several locations across the Coastal Bend and receive a new one for free. Your flag has to be at least 3 feet by 5 feet or larger. For more information, you can head to flagforaflag.org.
Hey there, good morning to you. We're tracking rain on the radar. Unfortunately, it's not here in the Coastal Bend, but good news, it is going to impact the tippy top of our watershed. So that at least is a silver lining this morning. A pretty distinct line of storms racing across West Texas. They were pretty strong this morning. There was even a severe thunderstorm in the San Angelo area. This has since started to lose some of its punch, but it is going to bring heavy rainfall. That's what those bright colors on the radar tell us, to the northern part of our watershed. All good news. We've got to wait our turn to see the better opportunity for rainfall, but as this line approaches Sonora, you know, there is the possibility that if this holds on, because it's moving so quickly, if this holds on, it could lend us a few stray showers, and that wouldn't be here till about lunchtime, but something to keep in mind, especially for those more inland neighborhoods, neighbors in Bee, Live Oak, and also Goliad counties. You might be lucky enough to score a few showers early afternoon. However, at this point, no rain across the Coastal Bend. In fact, we're just feeling all of the water sitting in the air around us. It's pretty muggy out there. Dew point temperatures have us in the oppressive category, and hold your neighborhood's dew point temperature in your mind. Look at how close these numbers are to the actual air temperature, and look at what it's doing to the heat index, that number in yellow, the feels like temperature, what your body perceives the temperature to be when you step outside. Along the coast, that has been parked in the 90s all morning, and so we are definitely feeling the heat. It's more true to temperature for the inland neighborhoods, but yes, we are still warm, it's still muggy, and even for this time of year, even for June, almost summer in South Texas, definitely feels like the throes of summer here. So make sure you're staying cool. Because we are dry this morning, we're not seeing overnight relief from yesterday's heat. And while we escaped heat alerts yesterday, we are once again going to be challenging that today. We may stay below that threshold, but there is some guidance that suggests we could be seeing heat alerts this afternoon. Either way, heat risk is on a slightly downward trend. A lot of orange and red on this map, so moderate to major 2 to 3 out of 4 for that heat risk. Tomorrow, most of us will be in that orange area. Moderate heat risk down to a 2 out of 4, looking even better for Thursday. So here's what's going on. Today, we are going to see a very hot afternoon. Depending if that line of showers and storms holds on, that could help us escape heat alerts. But it doesn't matter whether an alert is issued or not. We are still going to be on that threshold. You still need to practice those heat safety tips and stay cool out there, because it will feel like the triple digits for a good deal of the afternoon and around dinner times when we finally start to see things cool down. Now about that rainfall, because we're not really seeing a whole lot going on this morning, aside from the opportunity for that line of showers to lend some rain during the early afternoon, we're waiting for the overnight. Wednesday morning, likely to be a wet commute. And as we move into Wednesday and Thursday, we could be looking at some heavy rainfall in your neighborhood. I'll break down what that could look like coming up.
And the feud continues between President Trump and the governor of California. Coming up on Sunrise, we'll check in with Scripps News Group Joe St. George, who will have the very latest. Welcome back. The feud between President Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom continues. On Monday, it was suggested by the president that Newsom should be arrested. Meanwhile, California has sued Trump for the 24th time. Scripps News Group Deputy Political Director Joe St. George joins us live. Good morning, Joe. What is California's argument for keeping the president out of the state?
Well, good morning. You know, it's important to provide the context of all the different feuds that are happening here, right? Feud number one is the feud between protesters and the Trump administration over their immigration policies. Remember, this all started because of immigration enforcement in Los Angeles County in recent days, but it has escalated, exacerbated, metastasized, you choose the verb that you want, into an anti-Trump demonstration, given the fact that the military has been called in. And if you've got a calculator out, we're now close to 5,000 military personnel in Los Angeles County as a direct result of what's unfolding in LA. A little more than 4,000 members of the National Guard, 700 members of the Marines. The White House is doing this because they believe it's the president's job to restore law and order. They think they're on the right side of the law here, but also the right side of the political issue of all of this. Meanwhile, and this is what's making this unique, you have the state of California saying something totally different. Usually when there's protesting, right? Protesting is common in the United States, right? This isn't our first rodeo, if you will. But what's uncommon is when you have a mayor saying something different than the president, the governor being different than the president. Usually there's one voice. In this case, there's totally different choirs. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom, is saying that the National Guard isn't needed. He's called this a step in the direction of authoritarianism. President Trump has called Governor Gavin Newsom incompetent, and he should be grateful that he's sending military in because he's not doing his job. This is clearly a fight, both from a political and practical sense, that the Trump administration is welcoming, and now we'll wait and see what the courts say. Yesterday, we had the state of California sue the Trump administration over using the National Guard. Today, we're expecting a new suit involving the Trump administration, involving the Marines here. There is something known as the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878, which generally prohibits the use of military on U.S. soil for law enforcement purposes. I use the word generally because there are some exceptions there. I do think what the military does in LA will dictate the legal recourses that California may have. But this feud between the second largest city in our country, the biggest state in our country, and the Trump White House, it is only continuing as we begin day 5 of the LA protests. Guys?
Yeah, Joe, thank you so much for that answer and for your time today, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey there, well, as we head into this morning, it's another day where you step outside and you feel that air you can wear. So as we go through this morning, when do we finally get to celebrate some rainfall in the coastal bend? Well, we may have a few showers today. A lot of that's still not here yet. We'll have to wait till Wednesday or Thursday. Let me walk you through that timeline, starting off with what's going on right now to help you get up and out the door. A couple of clouds out there with our view from the WADA Skycam showing us, yep, we still have some glowing lights out there, so humidity definitely top of mind, and it's making already warm temperatures this morning in those lower 80s to middle 80s feel all the more hot for coastal neighbors. Even where we have some of those 70s in inland neighborhoods, we are definitely feeling that summer-like sultriness heading out the door. So thank goodness we have a little movement in the wind because that is keeping visibility from being too terrible, though we are just below 6 miles of visibility in Alice. So rides along 281 and in Beeville, where we're at about 1.25 miles along 181, might be a little tough. Give yourself some extra time as you head out this morning. We'll be talking about heat throughout today yet again, although we're starting to see that transition. Focus moving away from heat and more toward the rainfall that we're expecting. We can't let our guard down today. It's still going to be a hot one, so heat risk in this case, less purple on the map and less red. We're focusing on a 2 to 3 moderate to major heat risk. That's what's shown in the orange and red here across the coastal bend. So make sure you're staying cool, checking in on the kids, pets, and the elderly. They're more susceptible to heat-related illness. Tomorrow we'll see improvements with most neighborhoods under that 2 out of 4 moderate heat risk. Temperatures are still going to be hot, but definitely improved as we get into a rainier pattern toward the middle of the week. So today we will once again be on that threshold of whether heat alerts are issued or not. That doesn't matter. Just make sure you're finding a way to stay cool. Hopefully this afternoon we'll see some stray showers moving through to cool things down just a little bit, but we're still going to feel like the triple digits well throughout today. So continue to practice those heat safety tips. The big weather picture has some hope on the horizon for us, quite literally. There is a distinct line of showers and thunderstorms moving across western and central parts of Texas, and also the northern extent of our watershed. So that does help. Heavy rainfall rates in the watershed help promote runoff. That's the water running off into our waterways, eventually, hopefully, getting to our lake levels. So that would be great. More rain is on the way. We'll have a couple of rounds of these opportunities ahead. I do also want to point out that if a few of those showers hold on as that line races toward the coast, we may see a few stray showers around lunchtime. But heading into Wednesday and Thursday, that's where heavy rainfall will be expected at times. And there's even a slight risk that flooding could be coming to the coastal bend. I'll tell you more about that ahead.
And screen time could be affecting your kids' mental health. Coming up on Sunrise, how much screen time experts say kids should get. Welcome back. A House committee is holding a hearing today about 23andMe's bankruptcy sale. The Oversight Committee specifically has privacy and national security concerns. Its members want to hear from the company's co-founder. There are growing concerns about what happens to the genetic data of the company's more than 15 million customers. The company says its data management practices will not change. And a new report is out that says children who spend too much time staring at screens appear to have more behavioral issues, including turning to screens to cope with emotions. The report, published Monday in the Psychological Bulletin Journal, analyzed more than 100 studies of kids under the age of 11. The author says the longer a child has his or her eyes glued to a device, the greater the chance he or she will develop socio-emotional problems. The bottom line, parents should set limits for screen time. General recommendations are kids under 2 should have none. Ages 2 to 5 should be limited to an hour per day, and older kids should be capped at 2 hours a day.
All right, good morning. Here's a view from the First Community Bank camera. This one sits atop the USS Lexington, and if you look closely, maybe you don't want to, we've got that shaky every once in a while. And it's the kind that we don't like to show you for too long because you might get a little seasick. But at least from this view, you can see that traffic is moving smoothly along the Harbor Bridge, as it is for most of the rest of 181. We're looking good between Portland and downtown Corpus Christi. If you're coming into town, maybe from Calallen or Robstown, 37 and 44, each looking pretty good. We're starting to see some slowdowns on that crosstown interchange to 37. So just keep that in mind. Head out now so you can beat some of those slowdowns, or you can take Staples through downtown to catch 37 or 181. We're looking good across the rest of town. All the major thoroughfares are a smooth ride. Heading into the Bluff, those slowdowns ahead of the gate are no more. We are back up to faster speeds approaching NAS Corpus Christi. Rest of the Bluff looks pretty typical for this morning, as does the commute out to the island and up 361. So as you head out this morning, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. That's a look at your traffic report. Your forecast is ahead.
Seeking hope and healing. I'm Erin Hawley in Port Aransas, learning how this community is leaning on each other after weeks consumed with tragedy.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Hey there, good morning. We always love to bring you this picturesque view from our CCAC camera. This one's out at Snoopy's, showing a little texture on the Laguna Madre. That tells us we've got a bit of a breeze, and thank goodness we do, because it has been very soupy out there. When we don't have a wind and it's muggy, that makes for fogginess, haziness out on the roadways. So looking pretty good for the ride out along the JFK Causeway. But how are things doing around downtown? I'll show you this view from the Wata Sky Cam. We can see more of that haziness and cloud coverage over Corpus Christi. And as folks come in from the Harbor Bridge, looks like traffic is moving smoothly there. So it's a nice start to the day. But how's your forecast going to pan out? Because we've been talking about the shift away from the concern of heat risk and toward rainfall moving into the coastal bend. That transition will be taking place today. So here's what's going on as of right now. Your Tuesday starting off to a very warm and humid note. As we mentioned, we're in those lower 80s along the coast, feeling like the lower 90s once you factor in that humidity. And even for inland neighborhoods where we are feeling more true to temperature, those 70s, they're feeling warm for this time of the year. The coolest spot around is in Beeville, 73 degrees. The lightest winds too, so that is making for the worst visibility. But we're still above a mile there, so some silver linings to be had. But what if you're trying to plan that dog walk with your favorite furry friend today? How about this duo, Kona and Lucky? Love to see them at the dog park here in downtown by Water's Edge Park. And you know what? You have to remember, dogs, that's the only way that they cool off. They don't sweat like you and I do. They have to pant to have that evaporation off their tongues. So that's why they're more prone to heat-related illness. Make sure that you're taking shorter but more frequent walks so that our four-legged friends can stay cool in this hot weather. Even though the heat risk is getting better, it's still harder for them. So let's keep that in mind. Temperatures are going to be on the rise as we head toward the afternoon. This is where I'm hoping we can catch a stray shower, maybe a rumble of thunder from the line of storms that's moving across West Texas now, or from the sea breeze as it begins to move in this afternoon. We've got a couple of options, and that's kind of how the trend goes over the next couple of days. We move away from the risk of heat because there will be multiple opportunities to see scattered showers around the area. Maybe not so much today, but that's the trend going into the next 24 to 48 hours. Today, though, we still have the opportunity to maybe see some heat alerts issued. Whether or not that happens, we still need to practice the heat safety tips because we'll be in the triple digits for a good part of your Tuesday. Now, the big weather picture, here's that line of showers and storms I was talking about in West Texas. That is racing toward the coast. If any of that holds on and makes it toward our area, that would be around lunchtime. But we may also have the sea breeze offering us a stray shower here or there. Either way, we're getting good rainfall in the tippy top of the watershed. That's always an A+ in my book. We ourselves may see some heavy rainfall across the coastal bend. Heavy rain is expected at times. This is not going to be a drought buster, but because of those heavy rainfall rates we're expecting Wednesday and even Thursday, that could pose a risk of flooding, localized flooding, and most of the coastal bend is under that risk. So please keep it in mind. Set your yard up now for success. If you have trouble spots when we have heavy rainfall, now's the time to take care of whatever you can do to avoid that, because we are expecting some rainfall as we head into the overnight and the early start of Wednesday. Some afternoon showers and storms possible, but more isolated in nature, and then things will pick back up as we head on into Thursday morning. Couple of opportunities for rainfall remaining through the rest of this week, but we dry out just in time for Father's Day.
Hey everyone, I'm Laura Saliska. Calallen Baseball is not only the best team in 4A Division I, but also one of the best in the nation. Plus, our Chris 6 Hooks Kid reporter sat down with Hooks Ryan Robleski. Meet the catcher in sports.
One, because I love.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
I want to say a good morning from the Chris 6 Sunrise team. We're here in the heart of Vanderbilt, Rogers Barbershop, man. Y'all can look us up, 10501 Leopard Street, man. Everybody have a good day today.
And good morning to our neighbors at Rogers Barbershop in Annaville. We also hope that you have a great day. And if you want to send us a shout out, just go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen or head on over to our website, christv.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Laura Saliska. The Coastal Bend High School baseball season ended with two state champions, the London Pirates and Calallen Wildcats. But the accolades did not end there. According to Baseball America, Calallen is the second best high school team in the nation behind Stoneman Douglas in Florida. And the Wildcats are ranked 4th on Max Preps. Calallen held off Pleasant Grove 5-3 for the UIL 4A Division I championship, winning their 4th title in program history and first since 2008.
This Wednesday, join Calallen for the Parade of Champions, celebrating baseball and softball. The parade begins at 6 p.m., running from Calallen Middle School to the high school. At 6:30 p.m., join both teams at Phil Danaher Stadium for the presentation of champions and autographs. Bring any memorabilia you would like to have signed.
In minor league baseball, the Corpus Christi Hooks are on the road to Wichita. They split the series at home with Arkansas last week, but before they left, a young lady named Ryan interviewed Hooks catcher Ryan Robleski.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm the Week's Kid reporter. Why are you playing baseball?
That's a good one. I'm playing baseball, 1, because I love it. 2, it makes me feel young. Not working an ordinary job. And I think the last part of it is I think God gave me a good ability to play baseball, so I'm using his abilities to the best I can.
What made you play baseball?
I would say my dad. He played baseball in college, so it was kind of always in our family just to play baseball, and I personally liked football more. But as you can see, I'm not the biggest person, so baseball worked out a little bit better for me.
What is your favorite Disney princess?
Oh my, I don't know a lot of them. I think the one that comes to mind that I was growing up was Snow White. Is that a Disney princess? Yeah, Snow White.
What is the better mascot, Sammy or Rusty?
Oh man. I love the Pelicans around here, so I'm gonna go with Sammy, but he's a seagull, I think, so I'm going with Sammy.
What's the best stadium?
The best stadium?
Besides the Hooks.
Besides the Hooks. In our league, I will say the best one that I've been to so far is Frisco. That's also where I live in the off season, so it's a little biased, but I think Frisco has the best stadium so far.
Does your family come to watch you play baseball games?
They do. My mom and dad have came to a couple. My mom's only seen me play a couple times because she works a lot. And one of the times she came last year, I actually got thrown out of the game. So that wasn't good. But yeah, they come down a lot. My brothers will come sometimes, but yeah, mostly my mom and dad. What's your favorite thing about the Hooks?
To be here.
To be here? It's a good answer. I'm happy to be here too.
Good morning. If you are planning a walk with your four-legged friend, our 2 stars today, Kona and Lucky, have a little advice for you. They pant from their tongue to stay cool. So make sure you're remembering that it's a little harder for them to regulate their body temperature when we have hot, muggy weather like this. And today, no exception. Hopefully, we can see an isolated shower moving through the coastal bend that would help to cool our temperatures a little bit. It's still going to be a hot one though, so make sure you're checking in on kids, pets, and the elderly. They're more susceptible to heat-related illness, and as we see our temperatures rise to the lower 90s, it is going to be such an afternoon where we find ourselves struggling with the feels-like temperature once again. Whether we see heat alerts issued this afternoon or not, we're going to be on the threshold, and we're going to be in those triple digits for feels-like temperatures all afternoon, so we need to keep that heat risk top of mind for today, but we're transitioning into a wetter weather pattern as we head on into the middle of the week. Your Hump Day Wednesday actually has us under a slight flood risk. That's a 2 out of 4, and it's for most of the coastal bend. This is because we're expecting when we have those spotty showers moving in, they're likely going to bring very heavy rainfall, and that can make it difficult for those dry soils to soak it on up. So we'll likely see the rain tomorrow morning, and again during the afternoon an isolated shower continuing into the evening. Here's a look at the next 7 days.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of nonstop news. I'm Michaela Chavez. Brian and Michelle do have the day off, and we'll check in with meteorologist Stephanie Lauber in just a bit. But first, City Council has a busy agenda today. One of the topics up for discussion is regarding the use of a current mayor's name for a city-sponsored event. The mayor's Big Bang fireworks celebration may lose the mayor's part of its name. Mayor Paulette Guajardo says the mayor's office has hosted the Big Bang fireworks celebration for nearly 50 years. She says it's the mayor's office that reaches out to private companies to fund the fireworks show.
Every mayor prior to me and every mayor moving forward, I hope, will be able to do the same thing. And whatever mayor is in office, they are hosting it.
The motion that could remove the mayor's name from city-sponsored events was placed on the council agenda at the request of council members Sylvia Campos, Eric Cantu, and Gil Hernandez. We asked Mayor Guajardo why this item was placed on the agenda. Her response was, quote, "Your guess is as good as mine," end quote. Also on today's agenda, City Council will discuss changing the number of council meetings from once a week to once every other week. Another possible change that will be discussed is moving public comments from noon to 5:30 p.m. Council members saying this would accommodate neighbors who currently can't attend during their work hours. Stay tuned to Chris 6 on air and online for the very latest from City Council.
I'm Suzanne Stevens. What's in a name? In Corpus Christi, everything. Whataburger Field, Selena Auditorium, the American Bank Center, but not for long. We've been following the money, the politics, and the pressure. Now a $12.5 million decision is coming to a head. Here's what's at stake.
A non-binding motion on Tuesday's City Council agenda supports awarding the naming rights to the highest bidder. That offer comes from local attorney Thomas J. Henry, $12.5 million over 10 years. Under contract, venue manager OVG is running the process, but the building belongs to the city, and Cantu says the final say should be local.
The council meets Tuesday morning at 11:30. Councilman Cantu says it's a good time to see where everyone stands. In Corpus Christi, I'm senior neighborhood news reporter Suzanne Stevens, Chris 6 News.
In less than a month, 3 people beloved in the Port Aransas community have died various ways. Following last weekend's deadly stabbing involving 2 out-of-town visitors, neighbors came together in prayer at Roberts Point Park on Sunday night. Sunday's prayer was led by Port Aransas neighbor and pastor Kelby McCann. 61-year-old local and grandmother Heather Miller was killed on her golf cart on May 10th by what police say was a drunk driver. On May 26th, a well-known Port Aransas paramedic was shot and killed in Ingleside. And on May 31st, Port Aransas high school student Byron Davis died in a car accident. These recent tragedies shaking this community to their very core.
Good morning. The view from the CCAC camera out at Snoopy's looking picturesque this morning. A beautiful start to the day. And you know what? We can see a little texture out on the water, meaning we've got a bit of a breeze. That is great because it's pretty muggy out there. If we didn't have that, we'd likely be dealing with more visibility issues. But other than that, it's another warm, humid start. Tale as old as time, right? And you know what? Trying to do things in South Texas during the summer does get a little challenging. We are hardy South Texans. We're no stranger to heat. But it's still early. It's not quite summer yet, and we are feeling that heat. Who feels it most, though? Our pups, our kiddos, and the more mature adults out there. They're more likely to suffer from heat-related illness. So, as we try to plan that dog walk today, keep these 2 in mind, Kona and Lucky. See those long tongues? That's how they stay cool. They don't sweat the way that we do to keep cool. They simply cool off by panting, and the evaporation off their tongue is what does the trick. So, of course, that makes it harder, hence why they are more prone to heat-related illness. Please keep your pups in mind. Perhaps more frequent and shorter walks will do the trick as we try to maneuver through some of this hot weather. But you know what? Rain will be on the way soon, and that kind of helps with the temperature situation. We may even see a few little showers moving across the coastal bend around lunchtime. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can see this because not only do we need the rainfall, and we'll get it here over the next couple of days, we could use a break from the heat, right? And that would definitely help keep the temperatures at least in check for a little while. But nothing is going to stop us from feeling like the triple digits today because our actual air temperatures are going to be in those middle 90s today. Add about 10 degrees to that, maybe a little more in some cases, and that's what your body will perceive the temperature to be. But we'll start shifting our attention to rain in the forecast as early as tomorrow. I think tomorrow might be off to a wet start for a lot of us here in the coastal bend. And one thing to know about the rainfall we're expecting, it's going to be intermittent. It'll come in a batch at a time, but we're expecting it to rain when it pours. And so with heavy rainfall comes that risk of flooding because our soils are so dry. Get a lot of pooling on top of the ground. So our flood risk heading into tomorrow will be slight. That's 2 out of 4. Please prepare your yard now. If you have areas that get a big problematic when we have heavier rainfall, keep that in mind. Clean up some things around your yard to prepare for it. We could be looking at showers moving in during the overnight, making for a wet start tomorrow. And while there will be isolated opportunities for showers and storms throughout the heat of the afternoon, we'll focus our attention once again during the evening, heading into Thursday morning, where our inland neighbors will likely see the bulk of the rainfall. Models have been having a hard time with the rainfall here in South Texas, but there is some agreement. The Weather Prediction Center out in Norman, Oklahoma thinks that we will be seeing our heaviest rainfall in the watershed and near our reservoirs. That would be a stroke of luck for us that we definitely appreciate. Accumulations anywhere from a ½ inch to about 2 inches in some places. These totals are subject to change. So here's a look at the next 7 days. Looking good for Father's Day.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
In the 6 things you need to know, hundreds of U.S. Marines are set to descend on Los Angeles as demonstrations and protests continue in response to ICE raids in the city. Roughly 700 Marines from the Marine Corps base in 29 Palms are mobilizing at Camp Pendleton before deployment to Los Angeles. Those Marines will be tasked with defending federal property and personnel. They'll join the 2,000 California National Guard troops that began arriving on Sunday. CCISD School Board discussed its final budget presentation. The $9.3 million proposed budget includes pay raises for teachers, registered nurses, and librarians. Those with up to 4 years of experience could get a $2,500 raise, and those with 5 years or more could get a $5,000 raise. Support staff could also expect a pay bump. The school board will discuss the proposed tax rate on August 25th. And the city of Corpus Christi will be hosting their Litter Critter free cleanup event this weekend. It'll take place from Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at W.B. Ray High School. Items that are accepted are brush, bulky items, household trash, tires, and metal items. Items that are not accepted are household hazardous waste and concrete. Commercial hauling is also not allowed. For more information, just head to visitcctexas.com. And this Wednesday, join Calallen for the Parade of Champions, celebrating baseball and softball. The parade begins at 6 p.m., running from Calallen Middle School to the high school. At 6:30 p.m., join both teams at Phil Danaher Stadium for the presentation of champions and autographs. So go ahead and bring any memorabilia that you'd like to have signed. And Saturday is also Flag Day, and we're getting ready for our annual Flag for a Flag exchange event. This Friday, you can drop off old, tattered flags to one of the several locations across the Coastal Bend and receive a new one for free. Your flag has to be at least 3 feet by 5 feet or larger. And for more information on that, you can head to flagforaflag.org. And starting tonight at 9, the Northwest Loop Ramp will be closed from Martin Luther King Drive to the connection for southbound 286 due to sign installation. Signs will be put up to alert drivers of the closures and assist with alternate routes. The closure will be until 6 Wednesday morning.
All right, let's talk about traffic right now. Not seeing anything too slow on SPID right now. Some activity as busy bees head up and out the door. 6:50 your time right now, though, and we still see that haze out there. It's a muggy start to the morning. But again, the breeze helping us out with visibility. So let's turn now to the roadways out along the island. 361 Park Road 22 and the JFK Causeway. A smooth ride on into the Bluff, where the approach to NAS Corpus Christi is looking good. Speeds up around 30 miles per hour. Rest of the Bluff looking pretty typical for this time of the morning. Some activity on Waldron Road near Flower Bluff ISD. Nothing out of the ordinary. Around town, all the major thoroughfares are looking good, from Saratoga, SPID, Ocean Drive, and that Crosstown Expressway. The interchange of the Crosstown to 37, little activity, but looking pretty good, all things considered. That tends to be a busy spot in the morning. If you're traveling along 181 between Portland and downtown Corpus Christi, you can also count on a pretty good ride there too. So as you head out, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. That's a look at your traffic report. We've got another check on your forecast ahead.
And neighbors are invited to join County Commissioner Joe A. Gonzalez, and he unveils the improvements made to Amistad Veterans Memorial Park. The ribbon-cutting ceremony will take place this morning from 10 a.m. to noon. There will be performances from the Veterans Band of Corpus Christi and the Lipan Apache Tribe of Texas. Some of the new features include a T-ball field, a new shade structure and tables, and refurbishing much of the existing features. The Amistad Veterans Memorial Park is located at 1200 West 3rd Street in Bishop. And the new Performing Arts Center at Calallen High School is in the works. It'll be more than 23,000 square feet with a cost of $24 million. Students from theater, band, and even the elementary kids will be able to use the new Performing Arts Center. It's expected to debut in 2027. And if you know what to look for, you may be able to see where the economy is headed, and that could help you plan your finances accordingly. Economists look through loads of data to get a picture of where things stand. Script News Group's Holly Fearfer explains that some of the indicators they pay attention to are a bit unusual.
If looking through economic data and charts from government agencies sounds boring to you, you're not alone. That's why economists often look at other more obscure trends to get a sense of how the economy is doing. If you want to get a sense for where the economy is heading, look at the data.
When you're looking for those specific numbers, those would be hard pieces of data that's collected frequently that we can track over time.
Sure, there are the normal indicators like the unemployment rate, inflation rate, and GDP, but there are also some peculiar indicators that might tell you what's happening in the economy, like underwear sales.
Your boyfriend or your husband may not just be wearing holes in his boxers for fun. It might actually be an indicator of overall economic health.
Economic professor Abby Hall says the so-called men's underwear index could help you sniff out how the economy is doing. It suggests sales of men's underwear drop during stretches of financial uncertainty as men try to stretch their dollars. Underwear sales were something even former Fed Chair Alan Greenspan reportedly tracked. The Baked Beans Index reflects when demand for cheap foods like canned beans goes up during hard economic times.
In the case of a recession, say somebody's lost their job or their income is declining, people might wind up buying more things like beans, which are relatively cheaper, which we might not consume as much of if we have a lot of extra cash to spend.
And the Lipstick Index could give clues about when the economy has consumers seeing red.
The reasoning behind this, economists hypothesize, is that people are going to be purchasing relatively smaller luxuries during economic downturns.
These wacky indicators are not perfect, but they do offer another glimpse into how people's behavior impacts the economy, says economist David McWilliams.
Well, all we're doing is we're studying this bizarre creature called the human being. That's what economics is all about. And the more seriously we take it, the less likely we'll understand the nuances of what's going on, because people are beautifully irrational.
Holly Furfer, Scripps News Group.
And for the first time in 5 years, Chipotle is releasing a new dip. Starting on June 17th, the burrito chain is permanently adding adobo ranch to its menu. The dip is a variation of classic ranch dressing. It's seasoned with adobo peppers, sour cream, and other herbs and spices. The announcement marks the company's first new dip release since 2020, when it rolled out a reformulated queso. That rollout immediately boosted sales, and the company is likely hoping for the same success as it deals with a slowdown in consumer spending.
I see what they're doing, rolling it out on the next Taco Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. I feel like I'm such a picky eater, and I cannot stand that about myself, but I usually just stick to drenching my burrito in lime juice.
I don't think you can go wrong with that, though.
That's what I've been told
citrus.
here in South Texas. Oh, that's what, I kind of got that going on right now.
The orangey look, we love it.
Yes, but maybe I'll try this. I haven't even tried the queso, if I'm being honest.
Oh, well, you know what? Today's the day to do it. I don't know. We're having some homemade taco bowls for dinner tonight. So between breakfast tacos and dinner, I'm pretty tacoed out.
I love that.
I like to, in light of Father's Day coming up this weekend, I will share with you my favorite dad joke. I actually got my dad to laugh. It said, taco con hambre. That's how we are now. We're about to wrap up the show, so let's get to the forecast. We are looking at some humidity. That's visible in all of our sky cams this morning, including this one over downtown Corpus Christi, giving you the wide view. We actually have a beautiful sunrise taking place too. Yep, that glowing orb in the sky has set the clouds ablaze here. And the variation of colors only upstaged by the humidity this morning. So a nice view from inside in the AC, but it's a hot one out along the coast. If you're near a body of water, you are feeling that humidity, but where we don't have as much humidity, also not exactly a cup of tea. The coolest temperature we have on the board here is in Beeville at 73 degrees, just a little bit of movement in the wind. That is dropping our visibility down to around a mile, just a little bit less than that. So please be careful out on the roadways, especially on that stretch of 181, but doing pretty good at all other reporting stations. It's going to be a nice day, one that may invite you outdoors, but keep in mind, it's still going to be very hot out there. We could see some heat alerts issued today, probably our best chance of the week, but keep in mind, whether those heat alerts are issued or not, we are going to see a lot of our afternoon time span spent feeling like the triple digits. So we need to make sure we're keeping that heat safety top of mind. I'm hoping that these numbers don't come to fruition if we get a quick little shower moving through the coastal bend during the early afternoon. That would be great. Don't get your hopes up if that does happen, though, because we're still waiting for our turn at heavy rainfall that will likely come tomorrow and into Thursday. Heavy rainfall is expected at times, but not all the time. This will come in a more scattered, perhaps even isolated nature during the next 2 days. For tomorrow, there is a potential for some flooding, though, because, again, heavy rainfall rates are good. It allows the water to run off into water bodies, tributaries, lakes, rivers, all that, because the soil can't absorb it, and our soil is very dry. So keep that in mind. Clean up the yard. Get it ready for some of that heavy rainfall we're expecting. We could see that moving in overnight into your early Wednesday morning. Isolated opportunities throughout the day and into tomorrow evening. Even more rainfall expected. So rainfall estimates at this point, maybe a few inches within the watershed. We're going to keep our eyes on this. These totals are subject to change, but it looks like a good drink of water for the watershed, also near our local reservoirs and here for your yard. So keep it in mind. But for the dads out there, Father's Day is looking like a pretty good forecast. Hot. 94 degrees. Yeah, it's a little spicy, but at least we're getting some rainfall. That's a nice gift for the dads. And then I knew that the 17th was a Tuesday because my mom's birthday, so we're celebrating both of them next week.
Happy early birthday to your mom, and
Thank you.
happy early Father's Day to all of you guys out there. Yeah, so thanks so much for joining us on Sunrise this morning, and we will see you guys back here for Chris 6 News at noon. Bye.